Good Sunday morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Had to go get my other device because we're going to talk this morning about the Senate is working to get that bill advanced. And Democrats have done something a little crafty over in the Senate to ensure that they can't just move that bill on through without really making clear what's in it, so that the senators and the Congress people, when it gets back to the House, can't say, oh, I voted for something and I didn't know what was in it. Good morning, Cindy. Because that's what your elected officials are going to say. Once that bill passes and takes things from you, makes your life worse, you pay more taxes so rich people can get more money, then they're going to say, oh, I didn't read it. So Democrats are doing this thing where they're in the Senate, where they are requiring them to read the bill out loud, page by page. Good. As it should be. Good. Because they shouldn't be voting for things and they don't know what's in it anyway. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Lynn, Veronica, Cindy. Good morning to all of you beautiful ladies. Thank you so much for joining this morning. And I've had this picture for a while. I'm going to get rid of it eventually. But remember when they told us we were going to get all this money from Doge? Remember they told us that? Now Elon Musk is out there talking about the budget bill sets us back. It puts all these people in a bad situation. Understand, when you see Elon say that, he's not saying that because he cares about you. He's saying that because this new bill, the bill that they've been working on, they're going to take away his EV credits. They're putting more money into coal. Like, they're going back. They're going backwards. And so that's the only reason why he's saying it, because he's not going to get any more of his free government money. That's all. Yeah, you saw that Musk is at it again. Yeah, he just wants some of that free government money and he's mad. Because conservatives have decided that they're going to go back to coal. Good morning, RJJ, which cracks me up because I'm like, coal. Now I want to show y'all something else too. Oh, you can't see it. Okay, I'll talk about that tomorrow then. But it's basically, in a nutshell, talking about how the Treasury Department is already letting us know that the deficit is up because Trump and them are spending like crazy. Hey, Adrienne. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning. Oh, Sweden is gorgeous. That's a place I'm certainly going to visit. That is on my list. Sweden, Norway. Those are beautiful countries. Beautiful countries. But when they're doing this stuff, they're having some defections. Now, I just saw something this morning, though, that said that bill did advance as of last night. 2 Republicans voted against it, so it's out of the Senate. It's on its way back to the House. Y'all better get on them damn phones and them emails. Conservatives, notice how Congress will work when they want to take stuff away from you. But when Congress needs to give you something, help your family, help keep things moving, all of a sudden they can't be in Washington. They have an event to go to. They have somewhere to be. Good morning, Lois. In the Senate, it passed last night. Now it has to go back to the House because they made some modifications to it. So now the House has to vote on it again. They have to do the review and vote on it again. Now, 2 Republicans in the House voted against it, Rand Paul being one of them. Of course, and Tom Tillis. So both of them, Tom Tillis only says he voted against it because it would cost his state $38.9 trillion in federal Medicaid funding, and they need that money. He knows they need it. And he doesn't want to have to go back home and tell those people that he took their money. So he'd rather be on record. Now, understand, Republicans allowed him to vote no, though. They gave them 2 no's. They knew Rand Paul wasn't going to do it. So one more, they allowed Tom Tillis to do it. Don't fall for that bullshit. Hey, Mike, good morning. None of them have a backbone. Get on your phone to your Congress people. Email your Congress people, because this bill going to be back. It's already back at the House. It went back to the House last night. Now, of course, the House wasn't there last night, but they'll be back on Monday. I told y'all Donald Trump says he wants this big, beautiful bullshit bill passed before 4th of July. They need something that they can put up and pretend that this bill helped us for 4th of July. Understand, it's all optics. It's all optics. It's like one big fucking TV show. One big TV show. And you're supposed to pretend that you're not impacted by the shit you see on TV when that's a lie. You are impacted. Your tax dollars pay for this shit. See, even if you voted for the guy, did you vote to pay to keep more money in rich people's pocket? Why does Jeff Bezos need more money? He's paying $48 million for a damn wedding. The last thing Jeff Bezos needs is more money from you and me. He doesn't need our money. He said he lived in Michigan. Federal admin forcing a utility to keep a coal plant open that we got closed. Wow. And let me ask this question. Who the hell is running to work at a coal plant? Let's just keep it all the way a buck. None of us are running to work at a fucking coal plant. Those jobs aren't going to be competitive financially. You're going to need more than one of those jobs to even do anything. You're going to need multiple. You're going to have a lot of health problems, but you ain't going to have no health insurance. They bust up unions, so when you sick and you don't go to work, they fire you. Now you ain't got no job. You see how they do it? You see how they do it? Good morning, Miss Info. Hey, Lynn, good morning. Nobody is looking to work at a damn coal plant. I can tell you certainly who is not going to work in a coal plant. If I spew hate and jealousy, Michelle, why are you here instead of fixing breakfast? So let me help you. Bye. The fuck? What you telling me for? Sign that under things I don't care about. When you attempt to tell me that you don't care, that you don't like what I said. Oh, you don't like the truth. I don't care. Duh. What they say. She'll be back. They always come back. It's probably a man in a woman's account anyway. Chill. That's a whole nother discussion. I'm like, cut it out. And thank you all for joining this morning. If you could tap that like button, tap that share button, and with the share, copy link counts as a share for me. Thank you so much. Adrian, it's even more than not handle the truth. It's what I tell folks. Rich people pay for bots to distract you, to get you to vote against your own interests. Rich people pay for that shit. Y'all got to understand, they would rather throw money at people to pay them to misinform you than they would to pay their damn taxes. To pay their damn taxes. To those of you who may be fans of 50 Cent, I talked about this yesterday, how he's offering over $200,000 in a first-class ticket for Mamdi to leave New York City because 50 Cent doesn't like the proposal of a 2% income tax increase on the richest Americans in New York. Fuck 50 cents. He don't care about your family. He don't care about my family. That greedy bastard only cares about making more fucking money. Fuck him. Fuck him. And fuck anybody like him who thinks in that way. Enough's enough. I told y'all rich people gonna play in your face. That was somebody playing in our faces. That was a rich person right in your face saying, I don't want to pay 2%. As if he can't afford 2 fucking percent. He can afford it. He can afford it. He doesn't want to pay it. Oh, I'm so lost. Yet you got lost and came back to this live. Bye. I booted your ass again. Listen. I helped you find your way right back where you started. On the For You page. Looking. Not here. Hey, Adam, I'm playing in your face too. Bye, Adam. Guess what? Bye. Yep, I'm government in this chat. Y'all gonna learn. Not in my live. Not in my live. I keep telling y'all it's an epidemic of sensitive ass men in America. Every time I talk about this shitty ass administration and the things that they're doing, these guys pop in and they're so impacted. As if it's their accomplishment. Newsflash, Trump's accomplishments are not your accomplishments. You still get an hourly wage. Like, what are you doing? Come on. Wake up. Stop all the cheerleading. Look at your bank account. Look at your children. Look at your kitchen table. Look at your life. Are you living the best life that you could possibly live in America? Somebody came on one of my posts yesterday, one of my older videos, because remember I told you guys I police my comments. And so it was an older post, but it popped up with a comment, and the guy said, it was the no taxes on tips thing I was talking about in overtime. So the guy says, well, I'm going to be making more money. So I reply back, so you make less than $100,000 a year. Listen, you tell on yourself, because the no taxes on overtime would only apply to those making less than $100,000 a year. So truckers, plumbers, electricians, all those other people, they get fucked. They would not have no taxes on overtime. Once you hit that over 100K threshold, that bill wouldn't apply. That wouldn't even apply to you. So it's back at the same thing that I've been saying, and it's only a tax credit. So you pay all the taxes up front. Then you file your tax return and hope to get money back. Man, that's an interest-free loan to the government. Why the hell would I do that? Come on. So we're supposed to give our money to the government interest-free and let them sit on it. But when you owe taxes, they gonna charge your ass interest for everything you owe. Everything you owe. They won't give you nothing for free. But you're supposed to give them free money up front and let them hold it for you. And then you get it back at tax time. Let me explain something to you. If you get a $10,000 tax refund, you paid too much. You paid too much into the system all fucking year long. That's what that is. That is what that is. So when I see that, I'm always like, y'all willing to give the government that much money up front, interest free? You could have put that money in a savings account and made a little bit of cash on it, but you gave it to Uncle Sam. And you expect him to be responsible with your money when you see him irresponsible with your money every day. Man, get out of here. Get out of here. Rich people need to pay their damn taxes. Oh, he spent a lot of money on golf trips. That's why when I talk about the fact that people want to brag about Trump doesn't take a salary, he doesn't need to. He doesn't need a salary. He doesn't need one. He takes our money, our tax money. We literally have to pay for rooms at Mar-a-Lago every weekend he goes so the Secret Service can have a place to sleep. We're the one who keeps his hotels up. Why you think he got rid of Trump National in the Trump Hotel in D.C.? That hotel was only making money when he was president. It wasn't making no money prior to that. It made money when he was president. When he stopped being president, he sold that shit. Because it wasn't going to make him no money. It wasn't going to make him no money. Johnny, go to Google and figure it out. I ain't your damn Google. Bye, Johnny. Fuck out of here. I don't even do that. Yep. It just exit right off the break. Bye. I'm not doing it. This ain't Google. We ain't talking about Obama. Wake up. That Obama derangement syndrome is a very, very, very nasty and bad thing. Let it go. Let it go. If I'm so mad on Sunday, Tyler, you should go do something. Go count something, Tyler. Bye. Let me help you not be mad anymore. We got 2 of them. Thank you, Maud. Thank you. Thank you. Like I said, this rich guy is using our tax dollars as a piggy bank. It's a piggy bank. Remember he told you if you elect him, he'll hardly ever leave the White House? Remember he told you that? Oh, I'm hardly ever going to leave the White House. I'm going to work so much. Lies. He spent more time, it spends more money playing golf and entertaining things to get stuff for him and his family. He ain't think about you and your family. He ain't think about you and your family. He's thinking about him and himself. Hell, quiet as kept, I don't even think he thinks about his family. He don't rock with, because he's not loyal to them either. See, he'll trade them in too. We've seen him do that not once, not twice. I mean, 2 times. And Melania better watch her step. Because Stormy was right there too. She just didn't want him. Catch it. He's famous for that. When he gets sick and tired of you, he just trades you in and get a new wife. That's why I crack up. Trump talks all that shit about made in America, but 2 of his wives are immigrants. 2 of them. He got 4 anchor babies. But all of a sudden, immigrants, when they have babies on American soil, he thinks they shouldn't be American citizens. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Wake up, y'all. Look at your own history. Look at your own lineage. Maybe some of your own family members were not, if you look back enough, far back enough in your own family tree, your people didn't come from here either. Your people didn't come from here either. Well, he can't make the law anything, Letitia. What the court actually did, and let me make clear what the court did. What the court actually really wanted to do, right? Because the Supreme Court didn't actually make a determination on the 14th Amendment. They just said lower courts couldn't, enforce a national injunction. They couldn't implement a national injunction all across the country, which I found interesting because Republicans love national injunctions. So if you had student loan and your student loan was going to be forgiven under Joe Biden's EO, remember, it got blocked by Republicans. Remember, Republicans blocked your ability to get student loan forgiveness through national injunctions. They went to a lower court and got a national injunction. So national injunctions are okay when they're going to take your rights away. They're just not okay when they give you something. See? That's how Republicans think. We waive Italy, Polish, British, English, German, Greek, Irish, Sweden flag, but now not the Mexican flag. That's what they say. That's what they say, Josh. That's what they say. But my thing is, they don't have no problems looking for a Mexican when they want something and they need something done. That's the part that cracks me up. That's the part. You know why I laugh? The funniest part why I laugh? Because Americans fell for the lie that we do everything the best. If you've ever hired a contractor in America and they have all American workers, you know they work slow as hell. You know they work slow as hell. But when they have immigrant workers on their staff, them people come in. They get to work. They don't come to play. They come to work. Americans, they come, they want to complain. It's too hot out here. I don't have all the right equipment. I need this. I need that. I'm going to call my rep. Blah, blah, blah. That's what. That's why businesses were chasing immigrant workers. Because I saw that message made me say that. Because Americans can get really lazy. Let's keep it all the way a buck. Then Americans got mad that immigrants had traction and progress. But you were already here. But you are mad at them that come here and be more resourceful with having less resources. So instead of you getting your game up, we got to get rid of them. Why? Because it exposes mediocrity. What do I keep telling y'all? A lot of this is mediocrity, is upset. A lot of mediocre ass people are upset because immigrants came and showed their asses up. Understand, immigrants were marrying the women. I'm going to keep it all the way above. Immigrants were marrying the women. Because they're coming in being traditional men. Catch it. Y'all already know where I'm going with this. The immigrant men are coming into America being traditional men. Okay? No mixed signals. American men ain't like that competition. The ones who aren't fit for the competition, they didn't like it. There's nothing more American than waving a Mexican flag. Say it again. Say it again. America is a melting pot. It's a melting pot. That's what makes America so awesome, because there's so many different types of people. That's the thing. That's why I look at it and I go, wait a minute. So now you want to take the secret sauce that actually makes the country great. So you want to go back to salt and pepper. You don't want tagine. You don't want curry powder. You don't want sofrita. You understand where I'm coming from? Nah, they just want good old salt and pepper. Don't nobody want that bland ass shit. Listen, don't nobody want that bland shit. We want flavor, okay? And America is full of flavor through immigration. That's what makes our country so fucking unique. It is. Because in America, you can go down the street. On one street, you can have soul food. Another street, you having tacos. Another street, you might have Chinese. Another street, you might have Japanese. Another street, you might have Korean. Another street, you might have Indian food. You understand? It's all of this. It's just this mesh of stuff. And that's what makes it awesome. That you don't have to travel to hundreds and hundreds of countries. You can be in one place and experience all these different cultures in one location. And somehow, some way, that became a bad thing in America. That's not bad. That's a flex. Exactly, Lynn. That's a beautiful thing. That is a fucking flex. Do you understand one of the things I love about America is the fusion? It's the fusion. I'm waiting on somebody that was in a fused relationship that had children. I'm waiting on Indian soul food. Listen, stop playing with me. And when I say Indian soul food, I mean a mesh of Indian food with Southern soul food. Listen, talk about flavor explosion. I'm just telling you in my mind what I'm thinking what that would be like. I'm waiting on that. That's the beauty of America. You're going to get that in America. You can't get that nowhere else. It's nowhere else you can get something like that. Only in America. That's the stuff I love. We got to stop acting this way of being such isolationists and thinking we do everything the best. Man, Greek food with soul flavors. Listen, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. El Salvadorian food mixed in with like the flavors of Georgia. Come on, stop playing with me. That's the shit I like. That's what I like. Say it again. Both cultures have a love of fried chicken neck. Listen. I ain't never had them in masala, but that's a whole flex right there. Okay, imagine some curry turkey necks. Listen, stop playing with me. Y'all can keep playing. Y'all can keep playing. I don't play. I see the beauty in bringing all those things together. There is beauty in that. America, you're too caught up in hating things that are different from you because it exposes your mediocrity. How about you work on being excellent? Real talk. People need to work on being excellent. Ooh, turnip greens would go good with Indian food. You're absolutely right, Mama Sunshine. That's what makes America beautiful. That's what makes us beautiful, baby. So all of this talk of nah, we don't need that craziness. America is losing its secret sauce. You want innovation? Innovation comes from different perspectives. That's why China's in. You're not going to be innovative. You're not going to beat China staying in your box. You're not. If you want to beat countries like China on innovation, that comes through diversity. Because Chinese people ain't the only people in China. They got diversity too. Because they understand the value in it. They understand the value in the different perspectives and what it brings to their culture and their society. That's what they understand. But for some of you who are threatened by diversity, you got to have a personal conversation. Why am I threatened by diversity? What is it about other people that don't look like me, don't share my same experiences, that don't come from my same background? What is it about that triggers me? Look at yourself. Yeah, America thinks one language is a flex. I think a child that's 5 years old that speaks 5 languages is a fucking flex. That is a flex. My niece, she's almost 2. She's bilingual. She speaks Spanish and English. I do not. Un poquito en español. I'm learning. Listen, it's very slow. But I'm trying. You understand? That shit's a flex. That's a flex. Americans are upset because they can only speak one language. And the one they do speak, a lot of them don't speak it very well. Listen. Commas have a purpose. They do. So does a semicolon, a colon, exclamation point, question marks. All of those things have purpose. But in America, nope. Americans love a good old run-on sentence. Let's just keep it all the way a buck. The hatred for immigrants is because it exposes mediocrity. They speak 5 languages exceptionally well. You can't even speak one really well. That's what you're mad about. Market socialism made China great. No, capitalism made China great, Amazon Pet Shop. Capitalism did. Rich people did. Rich people did. Rich people been buying shit from China for cheap, importing it into the United States and marking up the prices eons before you and I could even do that. Wake up. Oh, you right. $400,000 is nothing. That's why Trump don't mind not taking a salary. Shit, he getting all the money. He getting plenty of money from us. He don't give a damn about that 400 grand. That's cheap money. And quiet as kept, I think the president makes $600,000, not even $400,000. Of course, he doesn't know because he don't give a shit. He's using millions and millions of our dollars to line his pockets, just like he did before. Stop letting them tell you your government's not supposed to work for you. Y'all get on these phones, email your elected officials, because that bill did advance out of the Senate last night. It is going back to the House. What we do know about Republicans is when you expose them and they're bullshit and they know everybody watching, all of a sudden they know how to act right. See, Marjorie Taylor Greene was already trying to prepare you and say she ain't read it. If you live in her district, you better get on her ass. Yep, the market manipulation, oh, it's crazy. Thank you, Maud. I see you got something. Because I was just checking through. You saw me looking. I was looking to see, let me see what's popping. Thank you. Oh, Trump talks about them so much, Josh, because you know what I always say, Josh? I ask the question, is Joe Biden Sleepy Joe or is he Thor? Because how the hell can a guy that you say is asleep block your progress? So obviously Joe Biden's a great guy. Thank you guys so much for the gifts this morning. Thank you so much. So obviously Joe is tough. Joe should have ran again. Fuck what they were saying, because according to Donald Trump, Joe Biden is stopping Donald Trump from really his agenda. Catch that. Sleepy Joe. The guy fighting cancer is tougher than Donald Trump, who's supposed to be 6'3", 230 pounds, built for the NFL and shit, like a fucking linebacker. Right, okay. All right. Okay, what did they say? Okay. Supposedly he got a six-pack. Right, that guy. That guy, Joe Biden is tougher than him. Sometimes Joe Biden walks so slow, he look like he walking backwards. And then Trump, he supposed to be tougher than Trump. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. All right, okay. Donald Trump just doesn't want to be, he's not strong enough to say, I'm a failure. That's what it is. That's all it is. Man, Trump stay leaning. Every time I see him, it's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, you know? And I just saw a picture on Reddit about it. I'm going to save it and show it to y'all. But one of the reasons why Trump leans is he has lifts in his shoes. Yeah, he got lifts in his shoes. So them things have him leaning forward. Them lifts have him leaning forward, beloveds. Them lifts have him leaning forwards, beloved. I'm going to show y'all a picture later where it's Gavin Newsom is with him. And Gavin is pointing at it, and Trump just leaning forward like he about to fall. Remember Smooth Criminal with Michael Jackson? Trump over there like, that's Trump at the White House. Like, the fuck? Why is the president leaning forward like that? As he moves forward, you can hear that little bag move. Look, that little Capri Sun on his leg. Look. Get out of here. Clown shit. Clown shit. He's always leaning forward in an attempt to try to look bigger than everybody else. Bruh, just stop. Just stop. Everybody knows as we get older, we shrink a little bit anyway. He's still trying to run around. And say it again, in that diaper. In that diaper. But don't nobody want to talk about that. Remember when Joe Biden was president, how they always wanted to talk about his health, talk about his age. All of a sudden now when Trump's there, well, we don't talk about it. Trump ain't that much younger than Joe Biden. He just turned 79. He just turned 79 on the 14th. Now, I'm going to tell you something right now. Spry and 79 are not two words that tend to be in the same sentence. Right? Let's just keep it above. It's not something that's usually always in the same sentence. You're right, quit, Chris. Just quit. That's why you should get out. Bye. Fuck. This ain't a place for you. If you're that affected by what I'm saying about President Trump, then this is not the place for you. So I sent you someplace that will respect your feelings. Because I would hate to make you cry about your president. Y'all know me. I don't want to make them cry about their president. But hold on, I gotta put now remember the family has broken up, right? Y'all know we talk about the family, right? They have broken up, and now Mama Musk is on the side trying to sabotage Daddy's progress. Yeah, Daddy is trying to do something. He's trying to get that bill passed, and Mama Musk is now on the side talking shit. Mama Musk is over there. Y'all should, nope, he ain't nobody. Don't listen to him, girl. He's just gonna leave you with this baby, and he not gonna take responsibility. And you know what Trump is saying? I tested little JD. He's not mine. Listen, listen, listen. He says, I'm not claiming this baby. It's not mine. Okay? It is not mine. Mama Musk is cutting up all over X, honey. She wants people to know these people in Washington are taking advantage of you. And I'm like, wait a minute. Weren't you just hanging out with those people just a couple months ago? Okay. Elon's mad because he's about to lose those EV credits. And if you understand anything, that's a big reason why Elon is the richest man in the world. Oh, he need them EV credits, baby. A lot of Elon's wealth is caught up in that Tesla stock. You get rid of them EV credits, all of a sudden Tesla isn't as profitable as it's been for him. See, liberals gave him them fucking credits. Conservatives want to bring back coal. Good. Trump need to get rid of that shit and bring back coal. Yeah. So I'm glad. that he's doing it. That's what Mama must get. You was told about this guy before you started dating him and got married. And turned around and had a baby. They told you. They said, girl, don't date him, girl. He got a reputation, girl. But she was like, no, I'm going to be different. He going to love me. He told me he loved me. We talk every day. Every day. And then as soon as she married him, he's flipped up on her. Bam. Literally, as soon as she married him, he flipped up. Total 180. Just said, boop. And she's sitting there going, I've never met this man a day before in my life. This is not the guy I fell in love with. This is not him. Little JD like, Dad, what happened? Come back. Trump's like, I'm not your father. I got a test from Rite Aid and I sent it in. You're not mine. You're not mine. You're going to go with your mother. You can't come with me. Listen. And the only reason why Trump won't allow JD to come with him, because he straddled the fence for too long. JD wanted to see what parent was going to win. So because he wanted to go whoever had the biggest bedroom for him. It didn't work. You lost. That I'm talking about little JD right here. Don't you see him? Look at the little cheeks. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. Look at little JD. Oh. He's just adorable. Look, but you know the daddy Trump always felt like JD wasn't his. Look, he's barely touching him. Listen. He got his hands all over Mama Musk. Thank you, Maud. I was about to handle that too. Thank you. He got his hands all over Mama Musk. But little JD just went up in between the hole. Here I am, Daddy. I told y'all, the best part of this fusion between Trump and Elon breaking up was that it happened during Gay Pride Month. Listen, the jokes write themselves. You don't even have to write the jokes. You don't even have, you know how, hey EXO, you know how I know the left can mean? Because you're triggered. You're triggered. Bye. They be so triggered every time I put this up here. No, Jerry, I can't let you come here talking about you giving people money. Not with 1,000 followers. You ain't covering nobody's bills this morning. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Shit. You could have came in and said you was covering my bills this morning. Then I would have let you show out. Ain't that what they say? I'd have let you act a fool like Ludacris and just make it rain up in here. Dance to make her dance. Dance to make her dance. But that didn't happen. I didn't get anything, so I said, I ain't buying it. Block. Come in here talking about you gonna pay everybody's bills. No, you're not. Cut it out. Not Alonia having his own. Not JD as DeSantis' baby with Trump. Listen. I got DeSantis being the new boo though. But at the same time, Trump don't really like DeSantis. You could tell. He tolerates Ron DeSantis, but he doesn't like Ron DeSantis. You know what I mean? That's what you can tell from Trump. He genuinely does not like Ron DeSantis. And quiet as kept, Ron DeSantis don't really like him either. They just tolerate each other, but they don't like each other. I could tell they don't really like each other. Yep, because Ron was trying to run against them. That's true too. But Ron is also, you can't trust Ron. Like, you know, you can't trust JD either, but JD is too afraid to buck against Trump. You understand? JD gonna fall in line and stay in line until he knows that he can, it's a guarantee that he can take over Trump. Ron DeSantis ain't like that. In my opinion, Ron DeSantis is the type of dude that would always be sneaking and conniving behind your back. You'd always have to watch him. And Trump knows that, so Trump don't trust him. Trump needs people he know he can lean on. And he can lean on JD. He can lean on JD. Yep, and JD is funded by Stephen Miller. Did y'all know that Stephen Miller is younger than Paul Rudd? When I saw that the other day, I was like, first of all, Paul Rudd already looked like he caught in a time machine anyway. Let's just keep it all the way a buck. Paul Rudd already looks like he made a deal with the devil, right? Paul Rudd looks good. Paul Rudd still looks good, okay? I've been loving Paul Rudd for decades, okay? Paul Rudd still looks good, all right? But the fact that Stephen Miller is almost 20 years younger than Paul Rudd, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. It puts everything into perspective. What did he do that's a negative impact? Israel, go Google it. I'm not here for that. Bye. Fuck y'all look like. I'm not like, you can't come and just ask me 1,000 questions. Go figure it out for yourself. It's not like you want me to tell you anyway. It's not like you want me to tell you, so go figure it out. I just gave you time. Yeah, hate will age you. That's why I tell people, be mindful about how you behave. That evil, it'll do one of two things. It could either age you or curate you really well like a smoked meat. Listen. Because I've known quite a few evil folk that have lived a very long time. So it really depends. I'm being honest. Isn't that hair something? I love how Elon's hair is. That hair, that's that old school hair that you curl it and then you comb it out and then you go like this to push it into the little boofy thing that you like. That hair ain't moving, beloved. That you can ride with the top down. That hair is not moving. But we can't ride with the top down because daddy almost don't have no edges. Listen. We can barely ride with the windows down. Daddy doesn't have edges. Let's just keep it all the way a buck. Daddy's holding on. What's they say? I keep holding on. That's what's happening right there with them edges. He trying, honey. They're trying, honey. They are trying. Because if you catch him on the right viewpoint, you can even see what he's thinking. You can see all the way to that scalp, honey. You're like, oh, I see what you're plotting. Okay. Listen. You can see it. I know we're having fun this morning, but call your elected officials. Email your elected officials. The Senate bill has advanced to the House. Oh, Pam Bondi, she's young, but you wouldn't know it either. She's another one. She's another one where I'm like, what have you been doing? And these are the people that want to bring back asbestos. I'm just convinced they all want us to look alike. I'm convinced they're upset about how they look, so they want us to all look the same. Yep. They want us to all look the same. And I'm like, I use lotion. Listen. I use lotion. Now, I need to tell y'all something. Anybody in here from Appalachia? Anybody in here from Appalachia? The reason why I want to tell you that is because if you are in here from Appalachia, billionaires are buying up Appalachia. Thank you so much, Love Black. Ain't nothing like lotion, right? Oh, you're from Appalachia, Richie D? Well, just so you know, billionaires are buying up Appalachia. Yep, they're buying up, it says that land that once belonged to small farmers and coal families is changing hands and the buyers aren't from nearby. They say people who lived in the mountains for generations are being shut out of places they've used all their lives. The new owners rarely appear in person. Their names show up in deeds filed by limited liability corporations, often registered in Delaware or out of state. Some arrive through land trusts or environmental nonprofits. The money comes from tech, from hedge funds, from sustainability investment firms, promising returns from nature-based solutions. What they want the land for, what they want is land, lots of it. So just so y'all know, rich people are in Appalachia buying up tons and tons of land. Because see, land is money. Land is money, and they know it. Trump said it. Trump said he told them to buy land, big tractors. Trump tries to take credit for everything. People who are billionaires and millionaires, they don't listen to fucking Trump about what they buy. They buy what they want to. When you got that type of money, nobody can tell you what to buy. You must buy that. Right. Land is money. It's an asset that you can leverage. So this isn't about Trump told them to buy. When you got that type of money, ain't nobody telling you what to buy. You buy what you want to buy. You buy what you want to buy. And they're buying up whole communities like I told y'all. And the government is letting them. They're buying up your entire communities, raising the prices and pricing you out and pushing you out of your own community. Oh, they'll let you back in if you want to rent. But you can't own nothing in that community. They don't know nothing about the culture of our communities, nothing about the families of those communities, nothing. They don't care. They just want more. I'm telling y'all, rich people are greedy. And it's a competition amongst rich people about how much money they get. They don't give a shit about us. Yeah, poor, and I feel sorry, but you know what? Why I feel sorry? Well, yes and no. I feel sorry for the landowners of Appalachia because the people of Appalachia being victimized by rich people is a product of suppressing the American education system. See, it's all interconnected. Rich people want to keep us uneducated or undereducated so they can take advantage of you. So you don't understand contracts. So you don't understand when something is good for you versus when something is bad for you. You're easier to be able to be manipulated when you lack education. They know that. Anybody knows that. Everybody knows that. If somebody wants to take advantage of you, you take advantage of those who don't understand, who don't have enough information and knowledge to see the signs when somebody's being manipulative, when somebody's taking advantage of you. No, I'm no victim only child, but you are. Bye. Biggity blocked. Shouldn't have come in so loud, my brother. Bye. And I was just watching Jaws yesterday too. Dun 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 dun. Listen. Y'all gonna learn. Don't come in here with it. Say it again. Alone again. I'm like, stop it. I'm trying to explain to y'all how rich people are coming through communities just buying them up. And you think they're going to buy... Rich people have enough money. They can buy up everything in these communities and never sell it. Never. Because they have plenty of assets. Plenty of things. They don't have to ever sell it. They don't have to ever see it, visit it, take care of it. None of it. It's not like when you and I buy property. We ain't got the resources to buy it and not live in it and not use it. Rich people do. Rich people have the money, fuck you money is what I call it, to just buy it, set it, and forget it. Hey, Angel, you should learn about it too, because I know you ain't got residual wealth with 5,600 followers. Bye. The fuck? I love that. It's called residual wealth, says the working class person. Chill. Y'all need to stop. Stop. Just stop. Shit, the delusion is what keeps us poor. The delusion is what keeps us poor. It's like, come on, exactly, Spirit. They only looked at it on a map and said, let's buy that. Rich people don't visit those communities. They just buy it up. It's an investment. And they will let it go to trash, that land in your community, before they sell it back to you. Before they sell it back to you. Because it's about owning it and having it and conquering it and taking over everything. We should be pissed about that. They're better than you, better than me because they have money? No. Being rich doesn't make you a better person, but according to a certain segment of the population, it does. Yep, say it again. They're programming everybody. It's so sad for me to watch people now who are union workers hate unions. And I look at them and I go, you do realize the money and the benefits that you have right now are the results of all the work that the union did before you even could get a job, probably before you were even born. But you don't like unions. Okay. All right. You don't like Social Security. I guess you don't know the history of your country and why Social Security was created. Nah, because people don't read. They don't learn shit. They just go off of what they saw on the internet. Yeah, a lot of people have lost touch with reality. And the problem is, you know when reality hits them again? When the bank accounts start acting funny. When the money get funny, all of a sudden people start to wake up a little bit. Then it becomes, oh, I didn't know. I didn't know. But now that my family's been detained, now that I don't have workers for my business, I know it's a problem. And you know my response? Fuck you. Yup, my heart bleeds peanut butter. I don't feel nothing for that. Because all of the information was there before the election. People decided to not care. And so my mindset is, if you didn't care then, I don't care now. Nope, not at all. When I see people, when I see like certain segments of the population, like I hope for Hispanic Americans that they really sit down as a community and have a conversation amongst each other. Because they got to have some discussions, right? Because so many of their own community voted for Trump. When Trump was talking about deportations and immigration, and because of so much division amongst the community, Trump is my daddy, yet you in here talking about a grown man. Okay, bye, beloved. Okay, all right. But anyway, I hope that they have some conversations amongst their own community, because this whole thing of, well, I'm not like you. And what they don't understand is in America, when you're dealing with white supremacy, they don't see a difference. They don't see a difference. See, that's what people weren't catching up on what Trump was saying. Trump said, I'm going to deport all criminals. What they didn't catch was, if you came in illegally, you are a criminal. They don't care. He doesn't care that you're in a program to help you on a path to citizenship. No. You're a criminal. You came in illegally. So you were always classified as such, a criminal. So you must be removed. But y'all wasn't listening. I was. Because see, my black ass was listening when he said, make America great again. Eh? They wasn't listening. So now that these programs are getting peeled back, The TPS, DACA, all this stuff. A lot of Cuban Americans who were here on programs who think they're different than Mexican Americans, the Guatemalans passing over the border illegally. You know, a lot of Cuban Americans think they're different. We're not like them. Well, guess what? The Trump administration just made clear, oh, you like them. Yep. You like him. You like them too. You wish I was on programs, Tam, don't you? You wish I was. You wish I was getting something, don't you? I don't want them little $2 from the government. Bye. Shit, I can make $2 faster than I can wait on the government to give it to me. But understand, that's what happened. A lot of Cuban Americans thought they were different too. Fast forward to now, oh, you ain't no different either. You ain't no different. In America, if you're anything other than white, you are other. Now that system is eating their ass up too. See, the system has used them for decades, right? To help push the agenda. That's why you need to learn history of America. If you're going to immigrate here, learn how it works. Because America ain't Cuba. What you think you know is socialism is not what you think it is. In America, the socialists are the good people. But they don't want to listen. Yep, they coming for everybody now, Lynn. If you're here on a program, you gonna get swooped up. But again, we tried to tell y'all. Y'all didn't listen. When I see, like I've seen some conservatives who are married to immigrants. That's the part that got me. You are married to immigrants. And you voted for somebody that doesn't like immigrants. You vote for a party that doesn't like immigrants, but you're married to an immigrant. Did you think you had a good immigrant? You don't understand. To your opposition, there is no such thing as a good immigrant. They're all criminals to them. That's why you got to wake up and read between the lines. And just because you don't want to accept the reality of what it is, don't mean it ain't that. I love Trump too, Kanal. He taught me how to deport with no due process. Bye. Life comes at you fast in this life. Because I can multitask. They come in all like, yeah, Trump steal your daddy. Okay. Oh, he's my pimp daddy, Brian. Oh, okay, I'll be that. Look, now, let's... They get so mad with me. I'm not trying... Listen. You don't have to be mad with me. I'm trying to help people get up off their knees. Dust that Cheeto dust off your knees. Get up. Get up. Trump is not good for America. It's okay. You're not required to stay on your knees worshiping it to make sense of it. You don't have to do this. You ain't got to do that, but you're doing it because you're afraid. I get it. You've spent decades telling liberals that they're sheep and you realize you're a sheep. I get it. But get up off your knees, beloved, at some point. Because if you don't, you ain't going to never get all that orange dust off your clothes. You're going to have to buy new clothes. But you ain't going to be able to afford to be able to buy new clothes. Because you keep following this. You got to let that shit go, man. You got to let that go, man. And thank you, Mom. I saw that. I got to research some more on that one, Charlotte. I haven't talked about it only because I got to dig a little more. Just like, remember you guys asked me the other day about the missing young girls in D.C., the 34 missing young girls. I was talking with my niece the other day and her mom, because they live in the city. And I was talking about it, and I was saying to them, don't you find it kind of odd that we can't find any more information? And they were both saying, yeah, because we've been looking too, and we haven't been able to find anything. I'm like, yeah, that's odd. That's the thing that makes me go, especially with all this AI moving around and them trying to make things look like something. And you know, people love to get views. I'm just not sure. So I'm still digging on that. Because, honey, I haven't been able to find anything but the same repeated thing. 34 girls missing. But I'm like, well, where's all the other information? Where their mamas at? You mean to tell me their mamas and their daddies ain't on TV, ain't busting down the doors at government offices? Like, why aren't you looking for my child? Something don't make sense to me. So that's why I said, nah, that doesn't make logical sense. Oh, it was 2017. Okay, and they tried to make it seem like it was current. Okay, because I was like, something about it don't even make sense. Because children have families. They have families. So even if somebody go missing, somebody come. Exactly, it's a distraction designed to keep you from looking at other things. That's why I tell folks. Spain. I haven't seen that. I'll have to look that up, Charlotte. I haven't heard anything about that. But the big thing that you should not be distracted by, everybody, contact your elected officials through email. You can call them. Nobody's doing town halls right now, but just note that bill did pass in the Senate last night, and it's gone back to the House. They're trying to get this bill passed before 4th of July because Trump wants it done before 4th of July. And God forbid they piss off Daddy. They're not trying to do that. They're not trying to do that. They want to keep Trump happy. So if you want to make sure that that doesn't happen, y'all better do what I'm telling y'all. Contact your local representative. Stay on their ass. Because it passed the Senate last night. Passed the Senate last night. Now it's going back to the House. They're not playing. See, this is what I know about Congress. They're working to the dead of night. They're working to the dead of night to take something from you because you sleep. Now, they ain't going to stay up all night to give you nothing, but they'll stay up all night to take something. Guarantee that. They'll stay up all damn night to take something. I'm talking about that big, beautiful bullshit bill. I was reading the story about it this morning. Because Democrats did a thing last night where they made them read every page of it out loud before they could vote on it. Because they knew they were going to vote yes on it. You know? So it became, okay, well, if you're going to vote yes anyway, let us delay that as much as we possibly can. And that's what they tried to do. But in the end, they did vote for it. And the only two that Republicans didn't was Rand Paul and Tom Tillis. That's it. Republicans allowed 2 of their people to defect because they knew it would still pass. Quiet as kept. Don't you find it kind of odd, Sheila, that Mississippi would cut funding for childcare when it's the party of life? They say they love life so much. What about the children? What about the babies? No, Republicans love fetuses. Republicans love fetuses because once that baby is born, they like, man, fuck them kids. They tell you you're on your own. You shouldn't have had babies you couldn't afford. Well, sir, I tried not to have this baby. I knew I couldn't afford it. I tried to make the right decision. But you didn't let me do that. You didn't let me make the right decision. It's not like the system is forcing men to take care of their babies. You want me to tell you something? You want to get abortion back. The best way to get abortion back is to change the law and make it so that men are forced to take care of, like they have to financially support a woman all throughout her pregnancy, all the way until paternity. And then if it's determined that it's not your baby, you ain't got to pay no more. That's how you change abortion. You're going to have to hit men in their pocketbooks. Because this is about a certain segment of men wanting to control women's bodies so they can control women. So if you want to change it, you got to hit them in their pockets. You pass a law where as soon as a woman gets pregnant and she says it's your baby, whether she got proof or not, you got to pay to take care of her until she had that baby and you have a test. Because they respect and love the baby and don't want to violate it in utero by doing a DNA test while it's in utero, you know, right to life. See, if I was in Congress, that would be what my ass would propose. I'd put that shit up. I put up a bill that don't allow men to touch themselves. And go, you're wasting life. Catch it. You're wasting life. And if you're going to waste the ability for life to be created, you should be jailed for it. Yeah, if you want to be fucking ridiculous, let's be fucking ridiculous. I would be right up on a congressional panel looking at right another congressional person. Excuse me, Congressman such and such, when's the last time you've touched yourself? Listen, we need to know. How much potential life are you wasting? Catch it. Call them out. That's when they go, oh, well, I don't want to talk about that, but you want women to talk about what they're doing with their bodies. You got government all up in their bodies. And let me tell you something, sir. I can tell you a lot of things about a uterus. It can birth a 10-pound baby, but it cannot hold the entire United States government. Get out of here. Get out of here. The problem is they talk to them too nicely. No, don't be nice. Be just as invasive on those men's lives and their bodies as they are on women's bodies. Walk up to them, sir. Are you wearing boxers or briefs? Okay, well, you need to take those briefs off because you're impacting the ability to create life. We're team boxers only. Let that thing air out. Catch it. Listen. Because until we do stuff like that, it doesn't stop. It's ridiculous, yes. But what they're doing is also ridiculous. So you got to match that energy. This is why Democrats get it wrong so much. They always want to, well, let's have a press conference. We want to talk about how they're trying. Shut the fuck up. Nobody needs a fucking press conference. You just need to be matter of fact and straightforward. Hey, men in America, you mind if I can check your underwear and know how often you do things that you're not supposed to be doing if you respect life and want to create children and make this country great? Have that conversation. Democrats have to, you know how you can get Democrats to listen? By holding their ass accountable. Because some of them ain't no better. They'll get there and then get in Washington and too afraid, too scared. Well, we don't want to go that far because we don't want to isolate. We don't want to isolate the independents. An independent ain't nothing but an unregistered fucking Republican. Stop playing games with me. Okay? Now, I'm going to be honest. I've been an independent, a registered independent. For one reason, it was very strategic. I didn't want political parties calling me. I didn't want political parties mailing me anything. I didn't want to be harassed. It is really the life secret. It's really a life hack to not getting harassed by political parties. Register as an independent because then they won't waste their money sending you shit. You see? They won't waste their money sending you nothing. But if you register as a Democrat or a Republican, you're going to stay getting shit in the mail all the time. But if you register as an independent, they leave you alone. You don't really start getting things in the mail until like a week or two before the election because at that point, they're sending stuff to everybody. Okay, I accept that. I'll take that L. But I don't want you calling me no other time. I don't want you texting me, none of that. Register as an independent, that helps that. Now, the other side where it makes it bad for you is you can't vote in Democratic, you can't vote in primaries for most of the time with the parties if you're not a registered party member. See, that's how they get you. You can't vote in the primary and get the candidate that you want because you're not registered for that party. That becomes the other problem. So you gotta find the balance because they play a game with us. So you have to find a balance and play the game back with them. But enough is enough. Democrats, when you get in power again, you better do something. Now, I told y'all, we got to be a realist. They can't do everything we want because all of this mess that's been created, they got to spend a lot of time cleaning up too. A lot of time cleaning up. A lot. And that's going to take decades. And I'm going to also be honest with you. In my opinion, I do not think our government will be repaired in my lifetime, your lifetime, or even your children's lifetimes. This has set America back for decades. We're fucked. Countries are Russia's laughing their ass off. Trump was the best thing that ever happened for Russia to America. Biden wasn't doing it, Spirit. You wanted Biden to do it, Sprint. But I'm going to have to let you go, beloved. Bye. You were in here for a while, flying under the radar, trying to play nice, but then your true colors came out. Bye. That's not what Biden was doing at all. What do they say? If you think so, Biden, listen. Like, what do you want? In my state, I get to choose one party primary. Ooh, that's nice. What state are you in, Kiki? Because I can't do that in my state. Yeah, some states are different. Some states will let you do it, but in some states, you're forced. Oh, you're in North Carolina. I would have liked the second Biden term, but I'm glad we didn't get one because Biden needs to be focused on his medical issues right now of fighting cancer. That's a full-time job, fighting cancer. It is a full-time job. And being president of the United States is a full-time job. And frankly, I care more about him being okay than I do about him being president of the United States. I'm being honest. I'd rather him get well. I love me some Joe Biden. I've liked Joe Biden for a long time. But I tell you, one of my favorite Joe Biden moments was when he did that debate against Paul Ryan, when him and Obama were running again, when they were running. It was the second time, I believe. And Paul Ryan said something crazy during the debate. And Joe Biden looked at him and says, "That's malarkey, man. That was just golden. That was just golden." But people got to understand, Joe Biden didn't run right after Obama because he had his own family things going on. He had lost his son. And grief is a horrible thing. Grief is tough. And he had to be able to work through that. And it takes time to work through that so you can get to a point of functioning again. Just to function. And so it took him time. And so I understood why he wasn't ready then. He couldn't. He wasn't ready then. He had to deal with what was important. But I'm praying for Joe. And I hope that Joe comes, is okay for it. Plus, you saw that Joe went to the funeral the other day of those two elected officials who were pew-pewed by that guy. Trump didn't go. But Joe Biden did. Because Trump doesn't care. He actually, and I look at him as agreeing with it. Because to not go says that that's okay. That type of behavior is okay. Yep, couldn't be bothered. Didn't even call them. Nothing. But let that happen too. But Ashley Babbitt's family, oh, he all over the internet and all that other stuff. Didn't even care. And those people have children. Wake up, folks. They don't give a fuck about you, your kids, your nothing. Nothing. And RFK Jr. just cut funding for Alzheimer's research. I don't know how, since Congress had allocated the money. But now our government, the president and his cabinet heads decide that shit. You letting the guy that had brain worms cut Alzheimer's funding. I just look, I go, this Trump's government, like his cabinet, that's mediocrity at its finest. It's just showing. America wants to go back to putting people in jobs who are mediocre just because they're white. Trump is saying it. He's saying it right out loud. Right out loud. The president of UVA, University of West Virginia. University of Virginia. He stepped down because the Trump administration is on his ass. So he stepped down as to not mess up the school. He's like, I don't want to distract from what you all are trying to do. Enough's enough, y'all. Because understand, they start with, it's not enough white people there. That's discrimination. Next up, it's not enough men there. Next up, it's not enough such and such there. It's just going to keep going. Be mindful. When you help them get rid of somebody else, you next. Because they don't need your ass either. I'll never forgive them either. I was just saying to myself this morning before I got on live, I said, I have a neighbor in my neighborhood. I'm pretty sure he's a Trumper. Because I've seen some other signs in his yard where I'm pretty sure he's a Trumper. And in the past, I've waved at him because he waved at me. And then I said, you know what? I'm not waving at his punk ass no more. Fuck him. Especially because he's like a POW. He's former veteran. You know he on Social Security. You know he gets social services. And you vote for that? Man, fuck you. Go wave at another person who gives a shit. I hope they cut your check. Listen. I'm not waving at you. Thank you so much, Jediah. Thank you so much. But I want to say, again, thank you all for joining me so much. Look, I got to start wrapping up because I have to be domestic today. Cindy, you know how they sleep at night? When you close a coffin, it's dark in there. You can sleep. Plus, it's noise proof. Child. I swear Republicans sleep in a garden of coffins. Because that's how they act. Then they just get up like, the fuck? That's how they act. That is literally how they act. I'm like, chill. Oh, you were a baker yesterday. Yeah, I got laundry to do today. I got cleaning. I got something else that I told myself I had to do today. I got t-shirt designs because I told you I got merch coming. I got finishing up getting my outline together for my podcast that I got to record tomorrow. I got to cook dinner. I got to wash clothes. I got to sweep floors. I got to vacuum. I got to clean bathrooms. I got a lot going on today. A lot going on today. So, and I won't be on, I don't do a Sunday evening live. So I won't be on this afternoon. If I do pop up, it'll be on an accident. Like something has to happen for me to pop up. I can't wait for the merch either. And the only reason why y'all know I delayed was because of Trump and his tariffs bullshit. I was like, shit, if I wouldn't spend that on a shirt, I damn sure ain't gonna sell it for a shirt. You understand what I'm saying? That's just not my bag. And I know how I'm built. If I knew somebody that was doing that and I saw them in the street, I'd roll up on them. Hey man, you know I like you and all your stuff, but why your shit so high? I know how I'm built. Listen, I'm raggedy. Listen. So I'm always mindful of that, okay? Yeah, and you do got to rest sometimes. You're absolutely, it's a lot. I was saying to myself yesterday, now that I'm really doing this full time as a content creator because I ain't got no job, look like Tommy, man. It's a full-time job. I was up doing edits last night till shit. After I had to put up a post on my other thing after 10:30. I was still working on stuff, but I had to get it done. I knew that, yeah, you in, because when my phone said you don't have enough storage to do anything else. You got to get rid of some of them damn videos. I said, now that means I'm getting shit done. Okay? Shit. Yeah, I ain't got no job like Tommy, man. Tommy actually had a job, but I literally don't have one. So I'm making a way out of no way out here. Okay? And then, hold up, because I'm going to be wrapping up soon, so I'm going to take this background, because y'all know I'm going to talk to y'all about something before we wrap up. I'm going to stay on y'all. Y'all making y'all content? Y'all know I'm going to say this to you, especially because I'm not doing an evening live. Are y'all making your content? Remember I told you, Drewski is worth more than Charlemagne the God. Drewski made $14 million last year on platforms. That doesn't count his merchandise deals, his promotional deals, none of that stuff. Commercials, none of that shit. It's just being on the platforms. Y'all making your content like I told y'all? Make your content. Make your content. Okay? You don't have no reason why you can't. No reason why you can't. Make your content. Goldman Sachs says there's $50 billion on the table. I said billion. The only thing stopping you from making money is you scared. That's why you broke. Because you scared. Stop being broke. Get sold out. You ain't got to be, this ain't about fame, Pam. Ain't nobody say nothing about being famous. Notice, I didn't say shit about being famous. I said make money. I don't want to be famous either, Pam. I just want money. Catch it. Fame and money don't, one of the reasons, look, I always used to tell myself this lie, right? I used to say, you know why I don't chase fame? Because I love my privacy. That's why I didn't become Beyonce. Because I love my privacy. That wasn't it at all. It was fear. I don't want fame. I just want the resources. Content creation gives you that. You can have the resources without the infamy. So why don't you do it? You can have the money and the resources without the infamy. It's better than being a celebrity. Celebrities really don't have it as good anymore. Mr. Beast is worth like $83 million. He has more freedom than Beyonce. Make your content. You understand? So you don't have to be famous because you can do faceless content. Y'all keep talking like you got to be in front of the camera. You don't have to be. You don't have to be. You can make faceless content where you talk, but then it's other visuals on the screen, or you don't talk at all. I know y'all seen those two. I don't want to misgender them. So I'll just say individuals. And they make the drinks, but they don't even talk in the video. They get millions of likes, millions of views. Trust me, they're getting brand deals. They get approached all the time. And they don't even, they rarely talk in their videos. Rarely. Okay, the Goddess Boys. I didn't know what to say, so I didn't want to say the wrong thing. But they rarely even talk in those videos because they don't have to. Y'all are overthinking this. The guy that does this, he's worth millions of dollars. He don't even talk in those videos. He don't even talk. Now I stopped showering so I can have time to create content. Not on my watch. Come on, Nerd Alert. You know better, girl. But that's content too. Make your content, please, y'all. I'm saying it to y'all because I want you. Listen, we know that rich people use their money to influence government. What would it be if hundreds and thousands of content creators use their money and resources to then leverage and change government back the other way? What would that mean for America? That shit would change America. Common working class people that become millionaires or just become comfortable. You ain't even got to be a millionaire. You're just comfortable and can pay your bills. But then you can use that influence to help 99% of America, to make this country the best country on earth. We could then use our money and influence to do that. I appreciate you too, Lois. Make your content. Please make your content. Please. Some of the shit I see where I'm like, hold up. They made what off of what? With who? Wow. Imagine how different the world would be if we made our content. Just make it. You would be surprised. Just make the content. Start a podcast. Write a book. Do something. But content creation is recession proof. Remember, you get paid because people watch. Don't cost nobody nothing but their time. Even if you didn't have a physical product to sell them, they're paid. You're paid for them to watch. They're gonna watch somebody anyway. Why not it be you? The world is one big cable network. You have your own station. Be that station so people can watch. Go make your money. On June 30th, we're having a live 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on TikTok where we're gonna learn. I'm teaching you AI because I love AI. So I'm teaching you AI and how you can use it with content creation. I ain't charging nothing. I don't have a class. I don't have a book. I don't have nothing. Not when it's related to that. I'm just paying it forward because I don't have a job and I spend all my time doing that because that's the income. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to help other people quit their job. I lost mine, but maybe I can help you quit yours. You understand? And then you can help somebody else quit theirs. That's dominoes. That's paying it forward. We use our money and everybody won't be a content creator. That's okay. But we can then use our leverage and our resources to change government so we can still make their lives better. July 30th, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Pam. That's the whole point. That's why we need to be doing this. That's the movement. That's why I tell y'all, marching without a plan, that shit's a waste of your time. You got to have a strategy. The strategy is change the narrative. See, change the narrative. See, the thing with rich people is they have not figured out how to exploit content creation and AI yet. They're trying. That's why they want to create realistic AI so they don't have to pay you and pay me to make videos for their products because they really don't want to pay us. Problem is AI ain't got no soul. So they still need us. They still need you. That's how people are able to make $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a month, because they need your influence. They need somebody that other people can relate to convince you to buy something that you don't need. Or you might need it. But the point is, they need somebody to convince you to buy it. Take advantage of this, because as soon as rich people figure out how to exploit it, you won't be able to monetize it in the way that you can monetize it now. It's a gold rush right now. It is a gold rush right now. But I'm telling you, if you wait, it's going to be just like everything else. You see how they're already trying to regulate crypto and stuff. Everything is great until it gets regulated. Everything is great until rich people want to control it. You better go and get that money before they do. Because they're trying, but they ain't figured it out yet. The playing field got leveled with content creation. Again, just like the playing field got leveled when the internet came along. Go make your money. Go make your videos to make your money, okay? And I don't want to hear I'm shy. You ain't too shy to show up at work to be around people you don't like. I don't want to hear I don't have nothing to talk about. You ain't got nothing to talk about on that job that you hate, but you keep going to that job. I don't want to hear it. It's just excuses. Hey, Dawn Johnson. Good morning, beautiful. Those are excuses. Well, I think somebody might not like me. Them people on your job don't like you either. You keep going up, showing up there, and you smile and say hello to them. What's the difference? Somebody might say something mean to me. So what? People say stuff mean to you in real life. Ignore them. They're broke. Ignore them. Broke people talk a lot. People who have money don't have time to troll. That's real shit. Because people who have money are making money. They don't have time to troll. Broke people got time to troll. Why you care? Fuck them. Do you know how much joy I get out of screening my comments? There is nothing like knowing somebody felt so happy to put something on my post thinking that it would affect me negatively. And I'm literally looking at it going, laughing. Get out of here. Y'all saw that video I put up about it. It's funny to me. That's clown shit. But thank you for watching, because see, I still got paid on their view. See? Because it took you more than 3 seconds to write that shit. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Listen. You can love your job, but why you can't make content? Let me ask you this question, Lori. Do you love your job enough that if somebody offered you $50,000 to do a 1-minute commercial that you wouldn't do it? See, I had jobs that I love too, but I don't love them so much that I wouldn't work for myself. Nobody's going to pay you the way you could pay you. And if you love your job so much, you can make money and create that company again and make it even better for other people to work at it. That's all I'm saying. Pay it forward. Oh, you're not saying you wouldn't. Okay, I got you, Lori. I about to say, girl, I got to talk you off that ledge, girl. I was like, Oh, you work from home, so you don't. Yeah, I used to work from home too. I love working from home. I love it. Only thing I don't like is talking to people on the phone from home, especially if it's of the male persuasion. Because then they're always like, hey, I knew I had something else to ask you. And I'm on the other line like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Get the fuck off my phone, fuck boy. You had nothing to ask me. You think you slick, sir. They say, get off my phone. I'm the person in the meeting gonna stay on mute and only talk when I need to. Creep. But I love you guys so much. Thank you all for joining me today, this Sunday morning. I thank you for your support for the Straight No Chaser podcast. The link is in my bio. Check it out. New episodes every Wednesday. There will be a new episode this Wednesday. I'm recording that tomorrow. So thank you all so much for your support. I might record it today, actually. I need to figure out. But thank you all so much for your support. I appreciate the interaction, all of the engagement. I appreciate, look, we're at 72,000 likes on this live. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you so much for the gifts. I greatly appreciate it because you don't have to, but I appreciate that you do. That lets me know that you find some value in my content, and I appreciate that. And it keeps me working hard to make sure I make good content, content that's helpful to people, content that wakes folk up, you know? Good morning, beautiful. Hey, Maureen. Good morning. And so as I'm wrapping up this morning, don't forget, I'm going to put this live on YouTube. I put all the lives from yesterday on YouTube, and I continue to put lives on YouTube and stuff. So go check those out. Thank you so much. I also want to thank you for all the gifts, and I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters because I always do this every live. Thank you so much to beautiful number 1, Miss Kiana Black. You my day one, babe. One of my day ones. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 2, beautiful Deisha Reed. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 3, beautiful. My dog is Charlie. Number 4, beautiful. Is that Chris? Nightmare? It's the font. So let me know if I said that right. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 5, beautiful Trell. Thank you, beautiful. And number 6, beautiful D. And just to let you guys know, if you like this video commentary and the live commentary, I do written commentary too. I have a Substack. Go check it out. You will like it. Check me out on Patreon, Spotify, YouTube. I'm trying to get everywhere. My niece called me the other day and told me she saw me on YouTube. I'm like, okay, girl, auntie coming up, girl. I said, you saw me, girl? She said, yeah. I said, she said, as long as you ain't dancing. I said, girl, you know I can't dance. Stop it. I wasn't dancing. Okay. So listen, don't nobody need all this. Listen, I wasn't dancing. I was just talking, trying to, hey, Casper. Hey, how you doing? So I want to remind you all to have a wonderful day today. Keep in mind, it's still rather hot out there. So be safe out there in all this heat and ridiculousness that's out there. Okay, so be safe. All right. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, I don't come back on live on Sunday afternoons because I got domestic activities I have to do. Did you hear that, conservative women? Mm-hmm. When you're being domestic and actually handling business, you don't have time to be on the internet doing that stuff. Right. Okay. That's what I thought. But I love you guys, and I'm going to tell you like I always tell you. You can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Don't feed the trolls, and don't let nobody live rent-free in your head. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a great day. Bye-bye.